the atmospheric altitude on the moon is comparable to 18,000 feet on Earth. So just like when you're climbing Mount Everest, you have to go and spend a week or so at each different level in order to get your body accustomed to the lack of air or the lack of pressure. You had the same thing on the moon. So we had to orbit the moon a week before we went down, and then when they got on the moon, they put them on a train and took them all over the moon, showed them all the cool stuff they had, and everything. And one of the things he told me, or said in this book, is the sky on the moon, daytime sky, is not black, it's saffron yellow. So I sent him a number of swatches of saffron yellow to pick the exact one, and that the actual picture that he selected is on the livingmoon.com, I think. And so I had a picture of that very famous picture of the north interior of Copernicus, and I used that color of saffron yellow for the sky. And,
yes.
We printed up a bunch of those.
Yeah, I remember.
Okay.
I remember that. And we have that, I believe, on our video with you. We've got to go to a break here, John, for I think it's a 5-minute break. Hi, this is Carrie Cassidy from Project Camelot, and we are on the air with John Lear. John, I wanted to also let you know that this radio station is located in Holland, so it's actually broadcasting all over Europe as well. So we have quite a European listening audience, as in addition to in America. And so if there are any subjects that you want to talk about that would pertain to what's going on in Europe, either politically or behind the scenes, let's definitely touch on those. And then we also want to open it up for questions in this next 45 minutes. So if you have a question, go ahead and type your question into the chat or send it to our technician Hans, who is there behind the scenes, and we'll try to get to your questions. But meanwhile, John, is there anything going on in Europe that you're aware of in regard to what's going on with even the monetary situation? Have you heard anything?
No, the thing in Europe involves 9/11, which was specifically pulled off so that the Americans wouldn't mind if we attacked those gosh darn Arabs in Afghanistan. And the reason we wanted Afghanistan is because the largest, most productive area for the opium poppy is in the Hindu Kush, and we wanted that. And so we concocted the World Trade Center 9/11 so that we would hate Arabs, so that the Americans wouldn't object to us going over and taking over Afghanistan. And we have developed the Hindu Kush, which is the northern Afghanistan, is the largest poppy growing area in the world. As a matter of fact, Afghanistan went from a production of 15% of the world's production of poppies in 2001 to 2007 it went to 95%. And of course that's all black money for our secret government, and they don't have to go to Congress and ask for money or permission or anything. They finance any and all projects they have because they have their own source of money. And the source of money is the opium production in the Hindu Kush.
Okay, well, very interesting. What about in terms of? Do you think that the current oil, in other words, I don't know if you've heard, but we've heard that there are multiple gushers, not just one, under the sea there in the Gulf. And do you think that any time they are going to cap those, or that they're going to let them flow?
I don't know. Oil is abiogenic, which means that it is created naturally. It has nothing to do with dinosaurs or anything. There's so much oil available that we have enough oil to run as much vehicles as we wanted for the next 500 years. So all this nonsense about peak oil and running out of oil is just it's just nonsense. There's so much oil available everywhere, but specific to the gushers and BP, I don't know what that's all about.
Okay. You have any idea that it might have anything to do with eliminating portions of the population? We're being told that they're, basically the oil